Sudata, lecturers, and dear students. Now, Secretaries Week, we still call it Secretaries Week. The whole world is now calling it Administrative Professionals Week. The reason being, those days in a company, usually there will be only one secretary or a few secretaries. But now, there are a lot of people who are doing that background work. A lot of people. The names are different. Some call it administrative assistant. Some call it administrative officer. Others will call it just a clerk. They just call it clerk or personal assistant. Different names are being used. And of course, usually the word secretary means, for many people, a young, beautiful young girl who is in the office. The boss, the boss is seen as someone who is old, and so the young secretary brightens up the place. And therefore, a lot of people think that a young secretary, a beautiful young secretary, brightens up the office, and therefore a secretary must be young, beautiful. The moment you become old, you cannot be a secretary. So this is the perception of the people. Therefore, slowly they found the word secretary might not be good. But on the other hand, you find we've got the state secretary, we have got the secretary for ministers, we have got in America secretaries. All the ministers are called secretaries. Okay, external secretary, right? Internal secretary. There are a lot of the word secretaries. Under secretary, right? So the word secretary still is used in many situations. So the idea that a secretary is a young, sweet thing is out. First, you must take that out of your mind. Malaysian society finds it a bit difficult to erase that out, and that is why people, you want to do a secretarial course at Stanford College, Malacca, you want to be a secretary, yeah. You'll see. That means you want to be somebody very special, somebody to a boss, yeah, that's a question. But it's not so. Today the boss has no time to sit down with the secretary and be friendly with the secretary. The boss will just give that amount of work, and the secretary is an administrative assistant actually, does all the administrative work. The difference between managers make decisions, they leave to the administrators to do. Without the administrators, the managers are nowhere. And more work must be done by the administrators at the back. And that is why for this time's your program, I use the word the unsung heroes. Unsung heroes. The administrators are the unsung heroes. If President Obama is doing very well in England, in America, he has to thank all his administrators. He makes decisions, policies, based on what administrators have told him. The administrators do all the work for him. And if our ministers, a company is doing very well, the administrators are behind it. Sometimes they are not, most of the time they are not seen. The one seen is the boss. But behind him, if these administrators do not do the work, there is no success. You take any organization that's doing very well in the world, any organization, multinational organizations, the administrators are very important. The administrators mess up, the organization is messed up. The administrators are good, the organization will be good. The administrators will have to advise the boss, the immediate boss, making decisions properly. in the country, at a higher level administrators, you start off work at the lower level. As you go higher and higher in the administrator's job. You can go very high. Your salaries can be very high, as high as the manager's salary. I went to the exhibition that you have put up there. I saw the matter is there, but I wouldn't know how many of you can understand it. Just putting the figure, it doesn't mean you are definitely going to get that. You have to develop your skills. Decision making. You are going to help your boss, immediate boss, to make decisions. If you yourself are not going to be, can't even make simple decisions, you can't help the company to make big decisions. Therefore, your knowledge, your general knowledge, your skills have to be developed. As you go older, your skills must be more and more. You're wise. You know how to make good decisions. You know how to influence decisions. And that is why the companies that have collapsed in America and in England and all, they found some administrators have not been having the right ethics. They give the wrong advice. Even those with MBAs. It doesn't mean you just have a diploma good enough, You have to continue and continue. And if you continue and get MBAs, even you get MBA from Harvard University, you must have the ethics. Then only the administrators can give the right advice. They will not be biased, or they will not be fraudulent. A lot of money. They make decisions. They know how to maintain files. They are the ones who maintain minutes. They are the ones who remind people, remind the bosses what to be done. They can also conveniently add 1, 2 names. The bosses might not, because they are keeping all the files with them, They can always add the files. Minus. The fraudulent people, the administrators can bring down companies, bring down countries also. Therefore, please do not think a secretary's week is for fun. Secretary's week, now in America they call it Professional Administrators Week, and I think the whole world is accepting that, because not everybody is going to be named as secretary. Administrators, even the UITM has changed faculty of office management, they call it. Somehow they like the word management as to administration. But management is different, technically a bit different, because if you want to be a manager, then under you there are administrators. You cannot manage without good administration. Administrators do not show their face around. Managers do. Managers make a lot of noise. Administrators, quiet workers, background workers. Therefore, I would like you to understand this basic thing, and then before Ms. Tangam talks to you about her experience as an administrator, as a secretary who had gone in, and how in her companies where she went, the types of, it's not going to be easy. Bosses change, suddenly everything will change, different, the way you do your work, and unless you are able to adapt yourself, you will find that you become a misfit. And therefore, how do you do it? The skills that you must have. Please listen to it and please ask nice questions. Intelligent questions. Actually, at the end of the talk, the types of questions will show how you listen to a talk. What went in and what did not go in. Right? And the capacity of our students. So that's what I would like to see, and probably Ms. Sujata will be here throughout. She will be able to come and tell me today how all of you responded to this talk. With that, welcome Ms. Tangam to Stanford College, Malacca, and please speak to them. Be very informal and talk to them. Okay, thank you.